Hello, I'm Aloysius, and I'm the owner of Haunted Harbor Tours. And disregard the setup next to me. Last week, I didn't have a YouTube video out. Some of you even may have noticed, and that's because all last week I was trying to do a review on this book right here. Ramina. It's a book by Junji Ito. It just released about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was going to continue to hit my head against the wall trying to make that until Annapolis had its new rotten pumpkin problem. You may remember last October I told the story of just this rancid, nasty pumpkin that hit the streets of Annapolis and filled it all with all kinds of stank. But today we had a bit of an event here in Annapolis. It rained icy water down from the sky all morning. It was this icy rain. It was almost hail, not quite hail. The sidewalks are just filmed with this layer of ice, and I have watched so many people just eat sidewalk. Just whoa. There was this Navy guy getting out of his car. He's late. He's late to get into the Naval Academy, and he's got a minute left, And the Naval Academy run on a Saturday night to get back into that Naval Academy is great. I live right on Maryland Avenue, Gate 3, right where they have to enter. And this guy, he gets out of his car, he takes off, and he goes down and lands on his shoulder and his hip. And it's like, oh, dude, you okay? All right, man? And, we run over to help him. And he gets up. Oh, I'm fine. And he takes off running again. There was another guy standing he came out onto a stone stoop, right, to smoke a cigarette. And he leans against the wall and slides down these stone staircases on his stoop, hitting his ass on the stair every one he went down. It was a great day if you enjoy human suffering. There is a naval officer that anytime it ices over, I think about this man. A man named Ralph W. McDowell, and his almost ghost story. He's not quite a ghost story. Some things failed to happen, but he got close. He almost made it. Although I really don't even think he deserves the name Ralph. This man, he seems more like a Karen to me. And I'm just gonna call him Karen McDowell, right? Because he did some very Karen stuff. Naval Academy surgeon Ralph W. McDowell in 1914. It seems he had just gotten married to his second wife. He invited 7 other women to come out and ice skate with all of them. I think there were probably a few men there as well. Many of the news articles mention the conversation he had with some of his male friends. Naval Academy didn't have its ice rink yet, which is where people in Annapolis go today to go ice skating. Back then, it was Old Woman Cove. In the wintertime, it freezes, and it is a fantastic ice skating rink. He lived on Murray Hill Road, which doesn't exist today. We do have a Murray Avenue, which is where I believe his home was, which is not too far from where they were skating, walking distance, a couple blocks away. And then Frank Green showed up. Now, Frank Green is a U.S. National Guardsman, so he's also military. Frank Green, though, when he's not serving with the U.S. National Guard, he works as a painter and a maintenance man, employed by wealthy people in the city of Annapolis to upkeep their boats. One of the things Frank Green has to do is make sure the ice is not touching the boats. These days, we use little bubblers to keep the water from freezing near a boat we care about. Frank Green starts smacking the ice away from the boats and breaking up the ice over by these boats he's paid to care for. And he has, according to one newspaper, he has a canoe that he's got to take in off of land, and as he's canoeing out to these boats, he's smashing the ice. Karen McDowell sees this and decides he don't like a thing about what is happening. And he goes over to Frank Green and tells him to stop, insists that he stop. He says, there are women skating on this ice. You're going to smash this ice and we're all going to fall in the water. How dare you? How dare you, good sir? And Frank Green's like, dude, I got a job to do. Sorry about your luck, but look, these people have paid me to keep the ice away from their boat. That is literally my job. I'm going to do my job. Thank you. Well, and McDowell gets very upset. There is a very loud verbal argument there, and they leave. He gets the women off the ice, and he goes back to his home. And Karen McDowell goes into his house. He gets a .22 caliber Flowbird rifle, and he goes back out onto that ice. And he walks right up. He shoots Frank Green in his back twice. He says it was meant to scare him. One bullet on exit destroys Frank Green's collarbone. Now, as far as I can tell, Frank Green lived. Probably because there was a surgeon right there on hand. How wonderful. He got injured, and there's a surgeon right there ready to treat him. I mean, it was also the surgeon who shot him in the back. Poor McDowell, his career is ruined, right? He's fired by the Naval Academy, never worked as a surgeon again, right? Hippocratic Oath, man. I shall do no harm, isn't that how they say it? Well, no, obviously not. This man was wealthy, he was a man of high rank and position, and it was just kind of swept under the rug. Like, newspapers reported on it for a while. It was a bit of an embarrassment, but a minor speed bump in the illustrious career of Karen McDowell. Ended up even performing surgery on a president's son. Died in 1935, I believe. I found his obituary. But yeah, that's it. That's the story of the time a Naval Academy officer shot a man in the back. It saw no consequences. Anyway, that was my Karen story, my Karen ghost story. I don't know, almost ghost story. What do you think I should call this? I mean, maybe I should do a Karen ghost tour, or Karen tour. Just take people around the city of Annapolis and be like, here's where this one Karen refused to wear a mask. And over here on this side, there was once this Karen who was screaming about, how dare you kick me out of this bar? Yeah, that would be an awful tour. Well, let me know in the comments if you want a Karen tour. Maybe I'll do that on I don't know. Maybe they'll have a Karen holiday coming up. Come on, millennials, let's do this. Let's make a Karen day. Let's make it Karen day where everybody just freaks out, like the Purge, but for Karens. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and just, click that bell icon. Anyway, this right here, that's the Rotten Pumpkin story. It's a good one. It's the one I was referring to at the beginning, and there's probably other videos. I don't care. Watch something, or don't. It's not my problem. Not my, whatever. Anyway, thanks for joining.